a leader in this firm, and took charge. So I'll leave you with a couple things that I think will help you as you decide to go into corporate America. The ability to be agile and flexible, adaptable. You have to believe in yourself and your ability to achieve. Corporations, as I said, are looking for superstars. If you're just a number, it's not going to work out. You've got to have impact and results every day. Lastly, I'll leave with this one, and I think Rod started to touch on it, is being successful is not selling out. It's being smart, diligent, and working hard every day. And success is defined as how you define it. I know that I've been successful in a firm, not even 40 yet, and I'm sitting almost in the partnership.
Okay.
And I've moved fairly quickly through the ranks there, and in overseeing. And the last thing I do is, normally I am the only head in the room. And so, at some point you have to embrace that and feel comfortable that everybody's watching you. But I relish the fact that I am the only one in the room. But my job for you guys is to open up the doors, open up the pipeline, but you guys have to come. And I'll leave it with that.
My comment is the elements of success. I'm going to take you a little further than you are now, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years from now. Let's talk about rebuilding our community, because that's part of your responsibility too. And the more successful you are, the greater contributions you can make. Let me tell you about marriage, because that's going to be a part of your future. Because it's going to be the most important decision you'll ever make. Because the person you choose will be responsible for either 80% of your happiness or 80% of your misery. So you must choose wisely. And as we as young men, you as young men, try to figure out and maneuver your way through this, what makes a man. I'd ask you to remember the 3 P's. Provide, protect, and participate. Provide an environment for your family and in your communities where they can live up to their highest ideals of themselves. Protect your family. So the woman in your life, your significant partner, your life partner is beyond judgment. You will be surprised what can happen and the magic that can happen in your life when, in my case, your wife feels beyond judgment. You get the very best of her. And if she truly loves you, she will never do anything to hurt you. She only wants the best for you. So create that environment. And then finally, participate. It does no good for you to make a lot of money and you're always gone. And you're buying them what they need, but you're not there. You must participate in your family. I made decisions that, yes, I have 4 daughters. I was going to be there for the first recital. Yes, I was going to be there to be a male Girl Scout, because I was there for my family. So you must be involved. And by the way, having children you cannot care for, you cannot take care of, does not make you a man, it just makes you a rabbit.
Those are well said. But 100%, because what's interesting, I'll go through my 6, and the last one is what I call balance. And it touches on what Robert said, but in corporate America, basically guiding principles, right? Those principles and values are unwavering no matter what happens. They're sound. Preparation, be prepared. Execution, mentorship, sponsorship, and at the end of the day, you gotta have balance. And I talked about this a little bit earlier in the career development session. Balance is a square, right? You have your professional life, let's just call it professional. You have your personal life. Robert just talked about how critical that is for you as a married person. For me, as a married person for 17 years, I don't know how long he's been married, but he's 59. He's probably been married longer than me. But your spiritual balance, and then your physical. So personal, professional, spiritual, and physical. And when those are in balance, great things happen. When they get out of balance and those sides get skewed a little bit, it becomes challenging to be productive. So I agree 100% because without my wife, we moved 3 times in the last 6 years, you know, from Chicago to LA to Dallas and now to DC within the last 3 months for her supporting me with 2 daughters. I couldn't have done it without her support. So I agree 100%.
I've moved 27 times in 39 years.
That's incredible. And he could not have done that and been successful without the support and the strong support of his partner. No doubt about it. Okay.
Let's finish it. Let's have the panel finish up their closings, and then we should have time for questions.
I'll go ahead and you go next.
Right.
Tag on to what Thomas and Rob said. You have to make wise choices when it comes to your personal life. But one thing that I must say, and a lot of young people make mistakes, when there's a problem in your personal life, you need to understand that you need to leave that at the door when you walk through the door. You do not need to bring that into the workplace. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. You were there at that company for a specific reason, which is to show your value and to bring money in the door. And when you come to work and there's a problem this week, a problem last week, your manager knows, their VP knows, there's a perception that is perceived of you and everybody wants to know it because people talk. Just like they say, this person's a superstar, this person's a problem child. They always got problems at home. And that will keep you in that position that you're in, and you'll keep trying to figure out, why am I not being promoted? Why am I overlooked? Why am I not getting this opportunity? It's because there's a perception of you that you've created. So we all have gone through problems or changes that have affected our lives as young people, but you have to understand that you have to check that at the door. Also, work does not stop at 5 p.m. Any of these brothers up here can tell you, come on, that they are working 10, 11, 12 o'clock. I have emailed Thomas and I've gotten responses late into the night or early in the morning sometimes. And that might be due to the fact that he's traveling or he's in between moves. It doesn't matter. You have to understand that it goes beyond just that 5 p.m. quitting time. And all those around you in these corporations that are successful will tell you that they work long hours. And the last thing that I want to leave with you is when you set goals, set some short-term goals for yourself and some long-term goals. It's always nice to think about the end result, but there's that in between, that start and that end, that you need to manage. And if you manage that effectively with some short-term goals, you'll eventually achieve that long-term goal.